Hi! Today we propose to play the game True or False. The topic is unbelievable facts about the movie Titanic. Will you be able to distinguish true fact from fiction? Let's see. If you're ready, we'll get started. Titanic is the only James Cameron movie that does not use or mention nuclear weapons in any way. It's true. Admirers of the director's talent have long noticed this fact. Before the director settled on Kate and Leo, Matthew McConaughey and Gwyneth Paltrow were considered for the lead roles. That's true, but besides them, candidates like Christian Bale and Claire Danes and more were considered. There was indeed a man named J. Dawson. His name was Joseph, on board the Titanic. Unfortunately, he died. Perhaps it's just a beautiful legend, but the director claims he found out about it after he came up with his Jack Dawson. The final scenes were filmed in winter on the high seas off Greenland. This shoot took place in a huge heated pool. This pool was up to 20 meters deep. The pool in which the shooting took place was about a meter deep. There was a high-profile drug scandal during filming. On the final day of filming in Nova Scotia, pranksters slipped a drug into the crew's lunch. 80 people were hospitalized with hallucinations. During filming in the water, absolutely all actors used professional wetsuits. Kate Winslet was the only one of the cast not wearing a wetsuit. And although the water was heated, the actress fell ill with a severe form of pneumonia. For the sake of spectacle, the tallest actors were chosen for the roles of engine room workers. The actors playing the workers in the ship's engine room are no more than 150 centimeters tall. Everything to make the room seem larger. The drawing of Jack, found in the story at the bottom of the ocean, is actually drawn by James Cameron's hand. It's true. The director is left-handed, and DiCaprio draws with his right hand, so the close-up shots had to be mirrored. A nude sketch of Kate Winslet by Cameron was sold at auction. This sketch sold in 2011 at auction for $16,000. Cameron did his sketch using Kate Winslet herself as a model. Lead singer Kate Winslet revealed that she posed in a swimsuit. Other sketches in Jack's folder were drawn by a professional artist. James Cameron drew not only Rose's portrait, but all the sketches of the French women in a folder that Jack carried with him. Kate Winslet did an unexpected and spectacular improvisation during filming. Kate Winslet improvised when she spit in Cal's face. Winslet doesn't like the role, and she doesn't like the movie Titanic in general very much either. She thinks she didn't play well back then and was overweight. Women, aren't they? There wasn't supposed to be a single song in the movie Titanic. According to the director's plan, there were to be no songs in Titanic, but Horner recorded a test version of My Heart Will Go On with Celine Dion, secretly from Cameron. And for good reason. Titanic became the third non-musical film to win the Oscar for Best Song. Titanic became the very first non-musical movie to win the Academy Award for Best Song. The actors in the movie attended lectures on proper manners that were characteristic of people in the early 19th century. Cameron wanted it to look as authentic as possible. However, Winslet's heroine was not always distinguished by perfect behavior. Building the ship was exactly twice as expensive as making a movie about it. Making a movie about Titanic turned out to be more expensive than building the ship itself. The movie cost the creators $100 million, the construction of the liner, $7, $5 million modern $150 million, if you take into account inflation. The director of the tape, James Cameron, repeatedly dived to the sunken Titanic. You wouldn't believe it, James Cameron has dived 12 times at sea and spent more time on the Titanic than its passengers in 1912. The scene where Jack teaches Rose how to spit was almost entirely improvised. James Cameron often allowed the actors to improvise during filming and put their own touches on the script. The famous spitting scene was a result of this. Did you know that Titanic has a sequel? The tape was released in 2010 and was not even shown in theaters because it is, sorry, thrash. The plot is that 100 years after the Titanic's demise, a luxury liner called Titanic collides with an iceberg and sinks. Astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson berated the director for years for his omission of an incorrect star chart in the sky at the time of the shipwreck. It's true. In 2012, a re-release of Titanic was released. The movie was adapted for the 3D format. In addition, there was one single addition to the picture. The location of the stars was changed. The famous scene when Jack yells, "I'm king of the world," while standing on the prow of the ship was not originally in the script. DiCaprio uttered this phrase when he first climbed up the bow of the Titanic, and Cameron loved it. So much so that he exclaimed, "I am the king of the world," on stage when he received his Oscar statuette. Paramount had to resend copies of the film's tapes to theaters. It's true. It's because the tapes were literally worn to a crisp. Each minute of the movie cost $1 million. The final version of the movie is 195 minutes long, which means that each minute of the movie cost over $1 million. The total budget is $200 million. The investment paid off, as Titanic became the first movie to gross $1 billion. Did you manage to spot the truth from the fiction in the story of Titanic? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. There's more exciting content coming.